गुड मॉर्निंग प्रगति, राम, शिवाजी, प्रियंका। राम, बहुत टाइम बाद आपको दिखा इसमें ग्रुप में। ओके, परफेक्ट। वेलकम टू ऑल। आई होप आई एम ऑडिबल, आई होप आई एम विजिबल। yesterday we had to cancel the class, so classes में कुछ modification हुआ है। I hope you can see the schedule. I hope you can see the schedule. Yes. So what is the change? The change is today we have a class. खुशी says today is my birthday, need your blessing. खुशी बहुत बहुत खुश रहिए, आपको बहुत सारी खुशियां और success and a long healthy life. So happy birthday खुशी. Nice that you shared in the group and find reasons to say happy and celebrate. Get that? हाँ, तो हमने शेड्यूल में थोड़ा सा चेंज किया एवरीवन। कैन यू सी द शेड्यूल? सो टुडे वी हैव पर्सपेक्टिव 3, देन वी हैव पर्सपेक्टिव 4, टुमारो वी हैव पर्सपेक्टिव 4। कैन यू सी सैटरडे को डबल क्लास हो गई है, जल्दी से अपना बर्थडे विश कर लीजिए जिन दिन को विश करना है। सो मेक खुशी फील स्पेशल एंड देन प्लीज लेट मी नो हैव यू सीन द प्लानर। जल्दी से प्लानर देख लीजिए क्विकली एवरीवन, हैव अ लुक एट द प्लानर। दो क्लासेस सैटरडे को, डिड यू सी दैट? Okay, so Ram said it was my sister's wedding, so we had a lot of work to do. So Ram, I hope the wedding went well. उसके लिए भी आपको, आपके परिवार को शुभकामनाएं। lot of wishes for that. मिठाई हम कब खा लेंगे? जब आप पार्टी हो जाएंगे। So we'll look forward to you getting some sweets also. ठीक है? Perfect. So any questions? Any questions right in the beginning? No questions? चलिए प्लानर देख लिया सब लोगों ने। So today we are having session number 3. Tomorrow we are having session number 4. Yes. So today is Thursday. ठीक है ना? Thursday के बाद Friday को, Friday we will go for next session. Friday we will have 4 and Saturday we have kept 2 sessions. Remember one oceanography was left, tides was left, tide and waves शायद बचा था और कुछ भी बचा था, coral bleaching was left. So wanted to finish that. So with that we will finish and we will finish the foundation also. उसके बाद how many of you are finding it very difficult and challenging to manage both optional and GS? और काफी backlog हो चुका है. Even in optional there is a lot of backlog. Yes or no? बहुत बड़ा backlog है, क्लास पे क्लास होती जा रही है. You're gaining confidence also, but then you know like there is this thing, am I able to hold on or not? Many of you have missed classes and you're wondering अरे यार वो क्लास भी complete करना है. So 12 days off, 1st to 12th May, a gap has been created. GS classes will continue. GS environment classes will continue. You get a 12 days off to complete things, because when we get into human geography, everyone, when we get into human geography, if we haven't mastered our understanding of geography till now, और ये perspective भी नहीं देखा है, तो human geography कई बार brainstorming may not be smooth. Do we get that? So 1st May to 12th May, geography optional classes are not there. GS classes will be there. Wherever I'm taking my GS classes will continue and other classes will continue. Geography optional, like have you seen in a cricket match we have something called as a timeout? Make sense? Timeout. And in these 12 days, what you can do, give you strategy, I'll give you a strategy. 12 days. Make sense? So very rare it happens. You know, yesterday I got a message from someone saying, you know, I took the subscription for 1 year and I was just able to complete one GS topic. I was just able to complete just one GS topic. And sir, after that, I did not have the money. Other coachings were very costly. So I renewed my own subscription for 1 more year. This year, I don't want to miss it, sir. How can I manage all the courses? Then I was reminded of my students. Abhi tak to, you know, I pushed you really hard and you have been really doing great work. All of you to the best of your ability, and I'm very sure that you're satisfied also with your effort. Mera effort, so you can question, ye nahi bataya, wo nahi bataya. Are you satisfied or not? That you really got pushed. I think people join offline classes for this experience. That the whole experience of education happens where the teacher goes with us and there's someone who's pushing us and pulling us. So that is what should have happened, and I guess that has happened. So I'm happy. I'm happy that has happened in our preparation. And I would want, you know, we will keep the course. May tak the course has to finish in May, so we will finish it in May. Only that 12 days we will shift it again. Is everyone okay? So that is the proposal for all of you. I hope that makes a lot of sense, and please do not see that this means morning off, koi dikkat nahi, ab wo ho gaya. But I'm just saying that whatever we have missed, all those missing gaps should be completed. If you want some tests in that, I will send you some questionnaires also. Some question answer will be there. Some tests can be put on the group. Yes or no? So we can put many things, multiple choice questions, even from population or from, not from population, from the areas which we have covered. Now that will also help you. That will also help you for your GS MCQs. And remember, after that, I'm planning to start an NCRT foundation. So all those things are keeping in mind that the batch extracts the maximum out of the course. It is not just about mechanically finishing the course. We stay within the course. So in the month of May, we finish whatever are the sessions. I think 61 sessions are promised over there. So that will be there. Yes, there were some sessions. There were some sessions which were missed from our side on climatology and if you remember, geomorphology. Some were left. So in these 12 days, maybe we'll use some weekend. Chalega. We can use some weekend where we can complete that also. So the intention is to complete the course in a very powerful manner, in a manner that you are strong with paper one and you have got your time to understand and assimilate. So this was the good news which I wanted to share with you, and I thought of it yesterday. I was thinking about this. I said, "Ye karna chahiye, this will help many students in this." Everyone with me on this? So we'll not take these 12 days as holidays. We'll take it as holy days for our option. Yes, Purvi, please use them. And as I said, I would like to use some of the weekend to make that happen for you. Is everyone okay? Chali then. We were talking about perspectives, and you remember this paradigm. Where is the story till now? Where have we reached in our story till now? In our story, where have we reached till now? So till now, in our story, we have reached a position whereby we said the ancient times were the times we are tracing the history of geography. Yes or no? And in that, we see that there is no paradigm as such. There is no paradigm. Get that? No perspective. Non-paradigmatic. Can I say that? Non-paradigmatic beginning. We're just looking at where did the vocabulary of geography originate and all those things. So this is where we had gone, everyone. Then we, from the ancient, we saw a dark age coming in Europe. Then what happened? The Arab world picked up. After that, what happened? A fight between the Arab world and the Christian world. Because of that, the Europeans were forced to find a new route because the Arab world did not allow them to pass through their territories. Yes, and then taking all the chances, meeting all the challenges of ocean navigation, they perfected the art of navigation, and they went and explored new lands. And in that, many things, luck would have it, many people died and everything. So that is the exploration phase. A lot of exploration happened. This, some people also say, was also the age of, dark age. Dark ages were over. This is also called the Renaissance phase of Europe. Europe may the hold of the religious dogmatism of the church got reduced. Once again, progressive things started. So Renaissance in all aspects, and in case of the knowing the world and science, we see, like scientific laws came into existence. We started valuing science more than mythology or some religious scriptures. Apart from that, we also see a lot of advances happening in the field of cartography, in the field of navigation, chart map making, in the field of, I would say, as they traveled across the world, they found new specimens of plants and animals. So botany, zoology, all those things, a lot of information came. But the geographer saw this age of exploration as a phase where a lot of information has come, but the geographer did not use it. The geographer did not use it for making a difference to what they were doing. They continued to be descriptive. No analysis, nothing, descriptive. And they continued to write cosmographies. Good morning, Ayush, and good morning to all others who have joined in. And if I did not mention your name, get that? So that was what the geographer was doing. And at this point, we have a huge information and we're just collecting. And this is where the geography is capes and base geography. Geography is meaningless collection of facts. Is everyone okay? True. So that's what we are talking about. Shall we move further? If I want to show it as a table bana iska. It's supposed to be banega foundation notes. Keep it like this. Turn your notebook around. इसको ऐसे रखेंगे and turn your notebook around. Everyone with me on this? So can I say, if I'm looking at phases of geographic evolution, yes, can I say ancient, I have Greeks, I have Romans. Is everyone okay? In this, can I say the names of geographers? The names, leading names of geographers. Can you fill in the blank for the Greeks and Romans? Some of them. Names of proponents. Names, proponents. Fill in the blank, then I'll also do that. And what were the leading themes? (11th century BC to 2nd century AD. I put the time also. With me on this, everyone? Do I give you the names? Some of the names: Homer, Hecataeus, Herodotus, Eratosthenes, Hipparchus. Yes. Strabo, Ptolemy. Everyone okay? How many of you remember this? More or less you remembered? ठीक है, कुछ और नाम कभी आगे आ गया तो ये नाम हमें बताओ of the olden times. So, what were the themes? Poetry, prose, poetry and prose. Using poetry and prose, they were describing, descriptive. Focus was on physical or natural phenomena. True. What they were trying to predict: look at the shape, size of Earth. Remember geodesy. ऐसा ही हो रहा था. True. They were doing this early things. And can I also write here philosophy, Plato, Aristotle? So whatever we have done, if we have to put it in a table, it would look like this. ऐसे दिखाई देगा. ये कोशिश ये कर रहे हैं. ठीक है everyone? More or less the same. Strabo Ptolemy क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर? Strabo was writing. So can I write it chorography? Chorography means writing about space. Descriptive writing about space. What kind of geography was it? Regional geography. Can I say regional geography? Were they making rules? No. And what was Ptolemy doing? Cartography. Map making चल रहा था. So geography was chorography, writing about the space, space, and then done. Broad themes done. Physical phenomena, human phenomena, mostly physical phenomena, though this does include, chorography does include a mention of tribes. So human activities, if they were tribal people, they were there, but mostly cartography, regional geography, chorography, and physical geography. Above all, if you ask me, the philosophy over here, ये तो जगह रखी नहीं रखनी चाहिए थी. The philosophy, कोई philosophy थी, or dominant philosophy, dominant viewpoint, I don't know. I am putting a question mark. Non-paradigmatic, can I say non-paradigm? But I do see that these people were largely deterministic. Purvi is saying geocentric view. Purvi, that's not a philosophy which they had, no? Was it a paradigm? No. Some people, जो भी जहाँ पर भी है वो यही मानता है कि Earth center. That's there. Is everyone okay? Non-paradigmatic, not a particular paradigm. Okay. Then what do we have? We have a transition stage. What is this? Europe's Dark Ages, 2nd to 7th century AD. Biblical references, orthodox religious philosophy. Is everyone okay? So हो गया बंद. Everything is closed. True. In fact, I would say you can go even beyond 7th century के बाद भी 7th में तो ये आ जाते हैं almost 12th century तक यही चल रहा था. Do we get that? इधर आ जाता है medieval. And what is this? Arabs, traders, and the uniting thing is Islam was uniting thread for them. Again, I would say non-paradigmatic. There was no paradigm as such, but whatever Islam said, go travel, trade, talk to people, know this thing, collect knowledge. So everything like that was happening. So whatever was needed, वो सब कुछ हो रहा था. Everyone with me on this? Are you with me? Clear? चलिए, let us keep this and let us move further. So Arab में कुछ नाम बताओ मुझे. If you can remember some of the names, whatever you can write in your box, then I'll write. Then I will write. Al-Biruni, Al-Masudi, Ibn Sina, Ibn Khaldun. Yes, Ibn Battuta. Battuta was more of a traveler than a geographer. I would also like to mention here Baghdad mein, what was the name of that? Baitul Hikmah. If you remember, everyone with me, Baitul Hikmah. Caliph Harun al-Rashid had commissioned it. Large translation project, whatever. No knowledge is happening. So what are they collecting? So what is here? I think once again physical geography. More focus was once again physical geography. Remember climatic geography? Climatic regions, issuers. Remember monsoon? Yes. Ibn Sina. Ibn Sina was talking about rounded stones, so weathering. Soil formation. Yes or no? And they are also telling us about the traders. So what is it? Travelogues. A famous book by Ibn Khaldun. This book is called Muqaddimah. Muqaddimah. Ibn Khaldun wrote a book called Muqaddimah. Okay. Again, वहीं के travelogue and whatever information from the old world that was being captured over here. Is everyone okay? Are you getting the ideas? Everyone with me? Physical geography, determinism. Once again, determinism. This was also deterministic. So this was deterministic phase. And again, when you divide it into regions, what geography is it? Which geography? Regional geography. So they are also into regional geography. What are they? They are also describing. They are writing travelogues. Whatever information is coming, वो सब compile करके collect करके अपनी information होते हैं. Everyone with me on this? Any questions? Please ask. Done. इसके बाद आ जाता है एज ऑफ एक्सप्लोरेशन और रेनेसां. एज ऑफ exploration. We also call it Renaissance. Renaissance period. What century is this? 14th, 15th century. So यहाँ जैसे as I told you till 12th century almost ये सब यही रहा. But here it starts changing. So Europe's revival, can I say that? Europe's revival is going to happen. Socio-cultural revival in Europe. Apart from that, voyages, expeditions, and scientific or science develops. So religion takes a back seat. Religion takes a back seat, and what develops? Science develops. Is everyone with me? Religion takes a back seat, and what develops? Science develops. With me on this, everyone? Comfortable? Clear on this? Perfect. Now what? Who are the actors? Who are the actors? So first is expeditions. Columbus, Vasco da Gama. Get that? Purvi says Henry the Navigator. Purvi, Henry the Navigator is not going into the expeditions. He is supporting the expeditions. ठीक है, कोलंबस हो गया, वास्को ड गामा हो गया, मैगेलन हो गया. मैगेलन, कैप्टन कुक, big names. When we are looking at science में Copernicus, Galileo, Newton. True. What are these people doing? Can I say this is the age of cartography? Cartographic advancements, maps, map projections. Remember Mercator, Gerard Mercator. Atlas बनी यहाँ पर. Atlas, World C. Mueller, Atlas. Do we get that? Heliocentricity, scientific method. And what happened? Lot of info and data collection. What were the geographers doing here? Once again, geography was regional. Can I say that? Regional. Once again, we were descriptive. We were descriptive. We did not pick up science, and we were busy doing what? Cosmography. Is everyone okay? So what is the difference between chorography and cosmography? Okay, writing about Earth is chorography. Cosmography had Earth also and space also. Whatever they were getting information, if scientists were telling them, they were adding that also. कोई नाम था इधर, हमने एक कॉस्मोग्राफर का नाम लिखा था. Remember Sebastian Munster and Nathaniel Carpenter. वो मैंने नहीं बताया था शायद. Sebastian Münster. Sebastian Münster. He was called the German Strabo. जो काम Strabo कर रहा था, he was doing, but he did not include much of scientific work in that. And then we had the person called Nathaniel Carpenter. Another person, Nathaniel Carpenter. He did include the scientific names also. So अगर कुछ नाम आपको करने हो, तो ये हो गया. N. Carpenter. Nathaniel Carpenter. Everyone with me on this? Age of exploration also done. Where are we? 16th and 17th century. I call it classical. Classical period. Classical phase. Okay. I don't know what to call this, but I have people here by the name Verenius and Kant. Immanuel Kant. Important, the questions start coming from here. The questions, make a mark, make a note somewhere here. The questions in main examination start appearing from here. Now, some teachers, though I don't see that in the books, they don't make this distinction. The books are not making this distinction, but some teachers have done this as early classical and this as late classical. And in this, they include Humboldt and Ritter. Carl Ritter, remember? Two fathers of modern geography. When they are fathers of modern geography, I generally prefer to consider them as modern geography. The beginning of modern geography happens here. But just in case you come across someone talking about early classical or pre-classical, early की जगह pre-classical भी बोल देते कुछ लोग. So don't unnecessarily take load. Nobody is asking you for this distinction, but do you understand that? So here we are looking at philosophical and methodological foundation of the discipline. Begins. So one is foundation, we are looking for foundation, and second is modern discipline begins. Where does it begin? Somewhere Humboldt and Ritter, it begins. So the transition, the change phase is around here. Everyone with me? Any questions? If there are any questions, please let me know. If you have any questions, please let me know. Sir, aerial differentiation started in this. Aerial differentiation was बाद में 19th century. Rather 20th century. Aerial differentiation will be 20th century. What time are we? Classical is what? 17th and 18th century. 17th, 18th century. This is 19th century. Does everyone get the years also? Okay. Arabs का कब है? 5th century onwards to 12th century. 12th or 13th century ले लीजिए. 14, 15 is here. 14, 15 and 16 इधर ही ले लो. 14, 15, 16. And then what we have 17th, 18th. And what is this? 19th century. Everyone, your timeline is also done. So previous two classes, what we did was, and now that we are converting it into a diagram or a map, does it make sense or not, everyone? So ये जो box बन जाता है ना, the entire foundation of your geography lies in this. अभी तक geography में कुछ paradigms नहीं आए. In fact, this is the time where I am here. This I call this as age of Newton. What do I call this? इसके नीचे लिखना चाहता हूँ. There is no space. Age of Newton. Do we get that? And age of Newton is a problem for geography because this is identity crisis for geography. Remember this? You are not science. You don't have a core area of study. You don't have a core area of study. Geography se pucha, what is your core area of study? Well, we tell about encyclopedia. We collect data, we collate data, we disseminate data. Very good. See, Mr. Chisom had a commercial geography. I said, good. What else? We enhance the cartographic knowledge. We love the explorers. We give them money. What is your core subject area? What is the core subject area? Quickly tell me. From what we have talked till now, what is the core subject area of geography? Core area of inquiry. Man and nature तो कुछ होता ही नहीं, Dolly. What is man and nature? What is man and nature? Man is studied by a person called anthropologist. Yes or no? And nature is so wide. If you are studying lithosphere, well, there is a person who does that. Geologist, he says, this is my subject. If you're studying atmosphere, a scientist comes and he says, this is my core subject. What is the name? Meteorologist. If you're studying plants and animals, there are scientists for that. Botanist and zoologist. Dolly says surface of earth. Beta, surface of earth to kya hai? What is surface of earth? Tell me. What is surface of earth? Tell me at least. What will you study? So I'll study mountain. वो तो ये पढ़ रहा है. I'll study water bodies, hydrosphere. So there are hydrologists. Yes or no? True or not, everyone? So geography is everywhere. We study everything. Remember, everyone's responsibility is no one's responsibility. You don't have anything specific. No, there is economic geography. Are they economist? Economist. So we have political geography. Political scientist. Political science का PhD करेगा कि नहीं? So geography lacks it. There is no core area of inquiry. True? Yes or no? If I ask you, out of the two, optional and GS, which has a core area of inquiry? Optional and GS, which has a core area of inquiry? Obviously optional. GS में क्या है? Sir, they can ask anything. True or not? They can ask anything. So now we are asking within optional, what is the core area of inquiry? Sociology, what is the area of inquiry? Society. Yes. Anthropology, humans and human evolution. Physics, physical laws. Yes. Chemistry, atoms, molecule. Botany, plants. Zoology, animals. True or not? Mechanical engineering, machine. Doctor, patient, the internal structure. होता है नहीं होता? Cardiologist, दिल को पढ़ता है. Orthopedics, bones. Geographer, geography reads everything. Geography is GS. True. Newton said if you are GS, you are useless. Be very clear what you are. Yes. Which side you are, and you please tell us which side you are. Until unless you tell us which side you are, हम कुछ मानने वाले नहीं हैं. Everyone with me on this or not? प्रॉब्लम है या नहीं है? क्या करें? What to do? What can a geographer do? PAKODA. Pakora. That is an employment. ZBNF. Zero-based natural farming. That can also be. Zomato delivery boy. That can also be. Troll army. That can also be. Because you're not needed. True or not? But these people will feel lonely. Oh yes, they will feel lonely. Remember Herodotus? He was the father of Herodotus. Remember किसके पिताजी थे? History. He said geography and history go hand in hand. So we have a friend. ये भी पकौड़ा तलेगा. Both of them पकौड़ा people. Do you get that? Pakora, zero-based natural farming, Zomato delivery, troll army, whatever they want, they can do because they don't have a subject area. Tell me the subject area of history. You go to nanotechnology, nanotechnology has a history. You go to freedom struggle has a history. You go to ozone problem, it has a history. Yes or no? You talk about your preparation, it has a history. Everything history. What is the core area? Well, there is something called as history of rocks, also radio dating and all. So who does radio dating? To kar lega na geologist. True or not? Time pass or not? Painful job, yeah. Now only thing is pakoda. They can also participate in any riots happening. They can do that. Whichever country you are, you can do that. उधर जाके कर लो. Either university में whatever salary you are getting, no, that is all closed. No chance. And then I never told you before you were opting for geography optional, because if I told you your subject is pakoda, you would not have joined it. True. So you're saying like this to our optional. The world knew it. The world knew it. So if you don't like pakoda, you can go for this thing, like papri chaat. I'm okay with that. Papri chaat. At night they are working on, like doing that. Or it can be juice corner, soft tea parlor, ice cream bech raha hai. Because you're not doing anything. Nothing happening. And who was the villain? Who was the villain? Ab ki baar, Newton Sarkar. Newton was the villain. Newton said, science, anything worth studying must have, number one, core area of inquiry. Number two, must be scientific method. Must have a scientific method. So geographers, how do you work? We write. You write cosmography. Okay, what is the scientific method? Means before writing, you go and take observations and then hypothesis and no. We write the way we feel like. Means how do you describe? So I am going to a city. I saw the city. If the city had this beautiful monument, I will write down beautiful monument on the west. Then I will go further. Then there is a very big pakoda shop. I like pakoda shop. A lot of tourists come here, take simple pakodas. Then I know there is a fraud auto wala. I took a auto from him, nothing, so I write that. This is nonsense. If you are writing something, did you have any basis for that or not? Did you observe? Did you collect that information? Then did you come to a generalization? No, we are too weak. Just like fresh UPSC aspirant. No, my answer writing is the best because I have written. Is everyone okay? So full stop has come in the table. Who's this full stop? Newton. Big stop. True. Now, geographers are feeling the same way what celebrities feel when Arnav and his team are after them. Arnav Goswami जब उनकी जान ले रहा होता है, रिपब्लिक पे कूद के ये नालायक ये कर रहा है वो कर रहा है and all that. This is what is happening to geographers. क्या आप ड्रग लेते हैं? क्या आप ड्रग लेते हैं? Are you a geographer? Do you have a core area? You don't have a core area. Oh my God! What about scientific method? You don't have it. Shame on you. You're still alive. Shame on you. कब तक जिंदा रहोगे? How long? कब तक हम झेलेंगे? Geographer बेचारा is ashamed. Do you have partners? Oh my God, history is your partner. How long you've been doing this crime together? Since historical times, you've been describing. No method at all. And you were getting salary. Oh my God. Did the Mughals give you salary? Were you part of Taj Mahal also? Oh my God. The nation wants to know. Who are these geographers? They should be thrown out. मुझे geographer से मिलाओ. हालत खराब. I hope you can relate to it. I'm not exaggerating. I'm just saying. I'm telling you the story. I told you foundation is about stories. And I'm not exaggerating. ठीक है पकौड़ा नहीं था तब जो भी था. So that's that. So now inside out their whole family has been exposed. See, this is the wife of a geographer. She is also just descriptive. She has no mind of her own. ये इसके बच्चे हैं देखो. ये भी describe ही करते हैं. They don't have any core area. The whole family is ashamed. Yes or no? What are they looking for? They are looking for Supreme Court to come and charge Arnav for right of breach of privacy. True or not? Will Supreme Court come? Somebody should come. Yes or no? At least some social media should come. So social media comes to your rescue. Some social media channel say, नहीं इतना भी बुरा नहीं है geographer. So that fellow is very nice. Very nice. Geographer is criminal on that time? No, not criminal. Shame to academics. As a criminal, shame to academic inquiry. Shame to science. ये सब पुराना ही है, ये सब old methods. Bernhard very nice. He said, यार सारे पाप तो नहीं धो सकता. I cannot wash off the pap. But there is a lot of information. Remember I told you this information. What we can do is, if we start studying the uniqueness of a region, say for example North America, Africa, or if we study all aspects of lithosphere, climate or atmosphere or economic, we will have two methodological options of studying geographic data. So do not just describe. Bring a unique methodology. And what can that be? Either special geography or systematic geography. Special or systematic. Is everyone with me? So, what is this? India TV, Republic TV, all of them showing, like drugs ले रहे हैं, ये ले रहे हैं, वो ले रहे हैं, and getting into their life. And then comes NDTV. अरे छोड़ दो यार. Let the law take its course. Yes or no? So this is like very nice. छोड़ो यार, तुम लोग अपना काम करो ना. You have a lot of data. Why don't you go into this special and systematic methodology? You choose your methodology, no? You be like that. Why you bothered? Jo bolne bolne do. True. But then one NDTV cannot save Ria from all that, whatever happened after the Sushant murder. That is what Kangana was saying, that it was murder. True or not? Purvi is saying, sir, this is also not scientific. Yes, Purvi, so that is what I'm saying. Like NDTV was not able to save Ria from all the humiliation. Social media channels, some of them who said, this should not be done, they were not able to save. But at least ये तो कहा जा सकता है कि Ria, you should do some yoga, meditation. True or not? So this is what Varinus has done. Varinus would have done a lot, but poor fellow died. Poor fellow died. Yes or no? So troll army attacked all others. True or not? So Varinus nahi kiya. Sir, why this story? Oh, this story because someone was giving geography a methodological foundation. The subject has not started, but do you know the contribution of Varinus? Systematic versus special geography. Method, methodology. So what is the dominant philosophy? What is the dominant philosophy during this time? Dominant philosophy. डॉली, इस टाइम तो इज्जत का कचूमर हो चुका है. इधर तो छुप के रह रहा है, इज्जत बचा रहा है. There is no time for philosophy. भूखे पेट भजन नहीं होता है. Yes or no? Everyone is making fun of you. You have a philosophy. Your philosophy doesn't matter. Your philosophy doesn't matter. Poor man's philosophy. Yes. So imagine philosophy of Adani and Ambani will matter or not. Some beggar on the road, he says, I don't like people sleeping empty stomach. I believe in great thinkers help everyone. Poor की कोई नहीं हो, geography की कुछ नहीं. Do we get that? हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं अभी भी वही है. हमारा तो वो चल रहा है ना, cosmography. What has he said? What has he said? Varinus. Arrange your cosmographies at least properly. True or not? See, you're preparing for UPSC. You're preparing for UPSC and your preparation is totally, haywire. सब बर्बाद हो चुका है. कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा what is happening. So one day I come, I say, at least clean your room here. At least study room, can you keep it clean or not? तब मन भी लगेगा. You'll feel like entering the room. You will feel like doing something. You will get to know what is where. अभी तो NCERT नहीं मिलती है. NCERT is buried somewhere. वो कहाँ रखी थी last NCERT? I don't even remember. True or not? When this teacher was teaching, that teacher was teaching. इतना तो randomness है. So this person just comes and he says, at least थोड़ा तो have some self-respect, do something. Everything that I'm teaching you in foundation will come on a table. Geographical foundation of perspectives, you would know through this table. Keep this table important. If you have spoiled this table already, make another one. कर सकते हैं. One of the homework in those 12 days is make your table well. What's the problem? So that when you're preparing for perspective, first immediately you look at this. Yes, I'm ready. Now let us look at the key topics. So everyone, I want to come to your city and preach spirituality. मैं बाबा वाले भाषण देना चाहता हूँ. Spiritual discourse. Will some people come? I come to your city and start giving some spiritual discourse. Will some people come? आएंगे सर, कुछ तो आएंगे, नहीं तो मैं आ जाऊंगा सर. दो चार तो मैं ही चेले लेकर आ जाऊंगा. Perfect. Okay. If I go and take this spiritual discourse, in Afghanistan, will people come? So they may come with an AK-47. Your last sermon, like Buddha's sermon, आपका भी खत्म, उनका भी खत्म. True or not? Yes. Why Afghanistanis will kill me? They don't believe in this. ये क्या फालतू का है? And as it is, who are you coming in all our lands? True or not? So मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? Straight away I should not go. I should start a YouTube channel of Baba's, Babagiri channel. Yes, and then look at my subscribers in Afghanistan. And then probably after 10 years of like seeing Afghanistan में कुछ लोग मेरी बात सुन रहे हैं, तो maybe I'll apply for that permission. Maybe they allow. True. So no Babagiri, no spiritual discourse. I want to talk about a philosopher, Immanuel Kant. Do we get that? Immanuel Kant used to deliver philosophical lectures across the country. German scholar, German philosopher. So he used to give that. Okay. But the problem is, when he's talking all that philosophical things, people, not everyone can absorb philosophy. True or not? So there are children sitting in the park. Yes, I go over there. If I ask them, chalo, let us play, volleyball or tennis or cricket or, वो बाद में दौड़ने वाला पकड़म पकड़ाई type, Coco or something, they will come. And if I say, okay, listen to me. Let us talk about philosophy of growing. What is an ideal childhood? Nobody will stop. True or not? Suppose they stop, will they understand or not? So they will not understand. Priyanshu says they will sleep also, sir. So Immanuel Kant was facing this problem that people were not able to understand philosophy. So when people are not able to understand philosophy, then what do? You create stories. So he decided to create stories. He decided to give examples of various places where his philosophies have worked. There, see this. Yes, and he gave past stories. Past mein aisa hua, present mein aisa hua, and all that. Get that? Now he was studying and he wanted all that information at one place. He found that geography and information about places is all scattered. True or not? Geographer's house is all scattered. And similarly, the stories which he wanted to know, all those ideas which he wanted to know about the past, that was also scattered. Somehow he was collecting that. And then he would tell people about human beings. And he said that human beings, like 70% of their body is made up of water. Humans evolved out of apes. People were like, what? What is this man talking? So the problem was when he was going to give lectures to the people, people did not know the basics. Do you understand? So I come in my very first class in geography, I start explaining El Nino to the students who don't even know what is evaporation, what is condensation, they don't even know what is upwelling, what is downwelling, they don't know about oceans or anything. And I start explaining El Nino, La Nina. Will it be a good idea? So he really felt that my students are not ready. When I talk of philosophy, I, as a teacher, a teacher will be highly dissatisfied if he feels that his message is not reaching the students in letter and spirit. True or not? And he realizes that my message cannot reach if people don't have a foundation. Get it? So he decided to create foundation lectures. I'm taking perspective foundation. He decided to create foundation lectures. So every year, Immanuel Kant annually one session on geography and one session on anthropology. And I hope you can understand. Geography say he meant the physical world, and anthropology means the human world. And after this annual lectures, one annual lecture on this one course. After this, he will give philosophy lectures. Makes sense? And you realize now when I teach my students, they understand well. Geography is important. So is Kant a geographer? No. Kant is a philosopher. Does he have any connection with geography? No, but he needs that. He needs geography to explain philosophy. Will he study then geography so that he can create that understanding to his students? Will he study? So he studied geography. But he found that geographical knowledge was fragmented. Need refinement. For refinement, someone must be studying it. So it must be a discipline of study in university. Yes or no? Hona chahiye ki nahi? And there should be practitioners. There should be people who are studying and teaching geography. True or not? Is everyone okay? So connection. Look at the story. Kant is not a geographer. Kant is a philosopher. He uses geography. He needs geography, and in his need for geography, he finds that he has to refer to geography. Geographical work is not there, so he wants someone to take geography in the university. Let it be a course, BA geography, MA geography, and there should be geographers. Then he decided to look for them. Where were they? Pakoda. Remember? Pakoda. They had lost it. Nobody accepted them. So he said, no, you people are not Pakoda. You're good. You should be a discipline. Then came the wall. What is the wall? Newton. Ab kya kare? Is Newton bigger or geographer bigger? Newton versus geographer. Who will win? Obviously, Newton will win. So Kant really felt bad. But remember, philosophers are philosophers. So Kant said, look, Newton said only subjects with core area constitute knowledge. Yes, and must study. Remember this? But I believe that knowledge, everyone please draw this flowchart. All knowledge can be looked into two kinds of things. One is logical sciences. Remember, they have logic. They have a core area, and other is physical sciences. Core area sciences are physics, chemistry, biology, sociology, geology. Physical sciences, they are core area. They are based on area of occurrence. When did they occur? In space and in time. So they are not having core area. They are telling which area, at where did it happen, when did it happen, area of occurrence of that topic, of an area of a topic. Yes or no? The science that studies a phenomena in area of occurrence in space is called chorology, and the science that studies a phenomena in time is called chronology. Chronological science and chorological science. So what has Kant done? Kant ने क्या किया? He divided all knowledge. He divided all knowledge. Divided all knowledge. सब knowledge को उसने तोड़ दिया in two branches: logical science and physical science. Logical science are based on the core area, and this is where do they occur? Where do they occur? In space and time. So physics is core area, but physics where? Physics where? Physics of the oceans, physics of the land. Biology where? Biodiversity of the ocean or biodiversity of land. Biodiversity before Pleistocene. Remember coral reefs before Pleistocene? Coral reefs after Pleistocene. Remember, if you remember Dali's glacial control theory, he says coral reefs had evolved 300 million years ago, but 1 and 2 million years in the Pleistocene ice age, they died. So they should not be taken. So time is also there. Yes. He says the chorological science is geography and chronological science is history. These two are most important science because it is on these two that all others occur. It is like a drama is happening. A drama is happening. सोचिए रामलीला चल रही है, drama or a movie is happening. Yes or no? So actors are important. Director is important. Sound writer, script writer, sound musician, everyone is important. But the stage is equally important. Yes or no? So geography and history provide the stage upon which other sciences will act. They are integrative in nature. They integrate everything. They are multidisciplinary. Do not look for what is their core area. भाई साहब इतने में तो goosebumps हो गए, आंख से आंसू आ गए. The geographer started crying. They threw the pakoras out. इतनी खुशी. Never thought of it. Who's this man? प्रभु आप किधर हो? And geography is back with a bang. True or not? अर्नब अरेस्ट हो गए. कोई टेंशन ही नहीं. बिल्कुल ये 13वां अवतार है. पुरुष नहीं महापुरुष. इमैनुअल कांट. He gave a justification. मैं ऐसा क्यों हूं, मैं ऐसा क्यों हूं, तू ऐसा इसलिए है. Because you are physical science. You are special. You are तारा जमीन पर. You are special, beta. There are two taras. This man is too good. He laid the philosophical foundation of geography. Get that? And geography is chorology. What is chorology? Space science. Chronology, time science. No, I think historians also started celebrating Holi, Diwali, Eid, and everything. They also threw their samosa chaat counter away. They said, finally, university will get salary also, will get students also. People will listen to us. Imagine. बड़े लोग हैं कि नहीं? Can I go back to my table? And I'm not joking. That's the reality. तुमको अगर ऐसे लग रहा हो कि सर ने कहानी बनाई इंटरेस्टिंग है, सच में वो लोग बात है. I've seen in coachings in Delhi. They tell the student रट लेना बेटे. This will come in the exam to रट ले. कुछ भी हो, कांट के बारे में कुछ भी लिखते हैं. Is everyone okay? So Kant gave what? Gave the to discipline. What is discipline? Geography is a exceptional discipline. Yeah. Respect it. Is everyone okay? Are you with me? If any question, please tell me. Is the table also coming across correct? Are you clear? Please have a look at your table and please give me a green that you understood it all. And was it difficult? Got it? So कोई बोला बहुत मुश्किल है यार. Now, geography is there and people know about geography. People really want to do something about geography. So everything about geography is fine. Is everyone with me on this? So it all seems to be good. Geography is all good. People started looking at it, and then we come across two German scholars. One is Humboldt. Humboldt is the traveler. Yes. And Ritter is a university professor. So everybody, for a discipline to start, this is where geography begins as a discipline. Sir, अभी तक क्या है? अभी तक area of inquiry, geographical inquiry. For something to become a discipline, it has to have its own, branch of education, university, and everything should be there. So वो सारी चीजें होनी चाहिए. So which we see was happening over there. Is everyone okay? So अब university खुल गई, and Ritter is a professor also. Ritter पढ़ाते भी हैं. So ये अच्छी बात है. Is everyone with me? So Ritter is the professor, he's a teacher over there, and things are going that way. सर हमने कभी भी डार्विन नहीं लिखा, तो मत लिखिए. क्यों लिखना है? Why should I write Darwin? Everyone? Why should I write Darwin? So if I'm talking about freedom struggle of India, suddenly would you ask me a question, sir? हमने राहुल गांधी नहीं लिखा, सर मोदी जी नहीं लिखा freedom struggle. I think the country got its freedom in 2014, sir. आप कब की बात कर रहे हैं? डार्विन को आने दो. डार्विन will come on the screen, yes or no? True or not? सर वो जब भगवान राम वनवास में गए थे, लव कुछ कहीं नहीं दिखे थ्रू आउट द स्टोरी. They did not come to help their parents or what? कुछ भी सीक्वेंस है. Let them come. No, when he comes, I'll bring Newton also. जबरदस्ती यार लेकर आ रहे. पहले दो पिताजी से तो मिल लो. Geography begins as a discipline, as a modern discipline. So we have two fathers of modern geography, foundation fathers of modern geography. समझ में? So अब हमारे पास modern geography दो फादर भी हो चुके हैं. Everyone with me on this? Any question, please ask. Sir, from Kant, paradigm should begin. Priyanshu, if Kant was a geographer, then I would think of a paradigm. Is Kant talking about geography? Is Kant talking about what way geography should approach? What geography should study? No, if Kant is telling what geography should do, which direction should it go, what should it inquire into, तब तो paradigm आ जाएगा. अभी तो वो कह रहा है geography should be there. Please understand. Let geography take birth. Let geography take birth. Do we get that? So अभी paradigm नहीं शुरू हो रहा है. Paradigm is a dominant thinking. Remember what is a paradigm? It's a solution set. It's a set of solution to the problems. अभी तो geography के सामने problem set ही नहीं है. So Nitin Gadkari came and he said that Congress should do something about itself. Opposition is equally important. So many people said, see now even Nitin Gadkari is saying at least Congress should be there. True or not? So you tell me if Nitin Gadkari comes, he's from the ruling government and BJP. Yes, if he says that Congress must do something, at least be an opposition. Opposition also has a role. So is he deciding what Congress has to do? Or is he shaking up Congress, "Abho, utho, kuch to karo." True or not? Even the ruling party is telling him, kuch to karo. So no paradigm. But yes, what is he doing? He is validating geographical studies. कि भाई ये पढ़ने लायक है, इनको पकौड़ा के लिए मत भेजो. Please do not send them for पकौड़ा. Everyone with me? If any questions, please ask. Clear? Humboldt. Humboldt is a naturalist, so I don't even call him a geographer. Which century? 18th century. When was Verenius? 16th and 17th century. Or rather 17th only. 17th century is Verenius. Okay. And 17th and 18th, somewhere here is Kant. And can we see Verenius and Kant have not done much work in geography? Are they workers in geography? Have they done anything? No, they just told people how to approach. So one gave the methodological foundation. Other gave the philosophy that geography should be there. But nothing, geographical work has not started. What geography should do, that has not started. So, but those Arabs and Greeks, weren't they doing geographical work? No, they were not doing geographical work. They were writing some books. What was happening? What was geographical about it? What did consciously they do? They did not do anything to geography. True or not? So now we have this famous personality, Alexander von Humboldt. He has a very broad scientific interest. What do you mean by very broad scientific interest? So he's not like a UPSC aspirant. Sir, आपके notes से हो जाएगा कि नहीं? Sir, will your notes suffice? He's a person who likes traveling. He's a person who likes atmosphere, to study phenomena of atmosphere. Yes, he likes to study volcanoes. He likes to study plant life. Yes, he likes to study soil. Do you know the term permafrost? Permafrost. He found it. Well, he coined it. He coined it. It was so popular that the Tsar of Russia, Tsar, that time the ruler used to be Tsar, Tsar of Russia invited him and sent him to Siberia. Sir, please do something about Siberia if something can be done. So he created observation centers and observatories over there. So he traveled to South America. He traveled to South America and he climbed that Mount Chimborazo. Remember? Ecuador, Cotopaxi, Chimborazo, volcanic peaks. He went into the crater. He's the person who's credited with, temperature falls with altitude. So how did he know? जहां भी जाता thermometer लेके जाता. He was not like you carrying a mobile and a wallet in his pocket. He was carrying a thermometer. He was carrying a barometer. He was carrying a cyanometer. Cyanometer is to measure the blueness of the sky. सब gadget वैजेट लगा के एकदम शंभू शिकारी टाइप निकलता था. He was a explorer, एकदम top explorer. Do you get that? एकदम history geography channel material and diverse interest. Diverse interest. मतलब such people are called polymath. What is polymath? A person who knows a lot of subjects. A lot of subjects. Polymath. In fact, he is considered the last of the polymath. So बहुत अच्छा आदमी है ये multiple language. I don't know whether he knows multiple languages or not, but yes, he's thinking and working on that, and this is what we have. Is everyone okay? He spent 5 years traveling in Central and South America, amassed information about environment, its exploitation by humans. He assembled this material over 20 years period. 20 years may he collected all those things. And period in Paris to show how environment varied in different agricultural practices, patterns of human settlement, reflecting interaction amongst altitude, temperature, vegetation. Amazing है. सब चीजें पढ़ रहे हैं. ये सब और आपको अगर पढ़ने को बोल दो आपकी जान निकलती है. True. This approach to the discipline emphasized field collection of data. खुद जाकर. Remember somebody asked me, sir, can you please explain empirical approach? समझ में आया? Geography is an empirical subject. जाके करता था. And remember Newton said anything which is a proper inquiry will involve empiricism. ठीक है? Empiricism आ गया तो जान तो नहीं दोगे? Empiricism, philosophy that lays emphasis on empirical observation. True. Field collection of data and its synthesis through man. So उसका synthesis भी करो and leading to inductive generalizations. Wow. So collect that data and try to give us some laws also, some generalizations also. So is he doing systematic geography? Is he doing systematic geography? Yes. And before doing systematic geography, is he a regional geographer? Is he a regional geographer also? He goes and collects all the information and then comes and processes it and comes to a law. So that's a very good thing. It's अच्छी बात है. Good thing or not? So I want everyone to keep that in mind, and if you keep that in mind, good things will happen. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, perfect. The remainder of his career was spent assembling similar material from a wide range of sources, and he wrote it in 5 books. 5 books क्या थे? Cosmos. The first volume provided a universe overview. This was followed on representation of Earth. Remember, first universe, then Earth, then art and literature and a history of scientific writings. Whatever scientific writings were there, he collected that also. Third was largely astronomy. Fourth turned out to be human interaction with nature. So when I interact with nature, how do I do agriculture and all those things? Yes or no? Described, and the final volume was published after his death. He died in 1859. He died in 1859. In 1862, geology and volcanology. Big man, yes or no? Humboldt. True. The last of the polymath, who studied so much, and he wrote books also. अगर ये university में पढ़ाई जाए, these books are taught in the university. Everyone, when these books are taught in the university, will they help the students or not? Will they give them clarity about universe or not? True or not? Everyone, make sense? This is what his work is. So he believed in going out, collecting information, and did Kant do something like this? No. So Kant is not a geographer. Did Arrhenius do something like this? No. He just looked at cosmographies. He gave his opinion that you should do this. Isn't this man putting things to practice? And isn't what is happening now in geography that you first take observations and then convert it into laws, and those laws can apply in real life? Geology, volcanology, are we doing that? Earth, yes. Man's interaction with Earth, man turns it into agricultural landscape, man turns it into what other landscape? Industrial landscape, urban landscape, everything we are doing. Yes or no? So that is what I want, and I want to emphasize so that all of us can appreciate and understand what is happening in this. Ritter से मिलने, Carl Ritter, almost the same time. Both of them died the same year, 1859. Both Humboldt and Ritter died the same year. And पूर्वी की पब्लिक डिमांड पर मैं डार्विन को लेकर आ रहा हूँ. डार्विन enters 1859. The book Origin of Species is published. So Darwin comes after Ritter. Is everyone okay? He was trained into a variety of disciplines, during which he met and was impressed by Humboldt. Humboldt से भी मिला, and by 1811 had published 2 volumes on geography of Germany. He was appointed to the chair of geography in Berlin. A year after a similar appointment in history had happened. So first one to get a chair of geography in the university was Ritter. So यार ये तो father बनेंगे कि नहीं बनेंगे? Will he be a father or not? Will he be an important figure or not? उससे पहले हिस्ट्री वाले को भी जॉब मिला है. उनको जॉब मिल जाता कितना अच्छा रहता है ना. History fellow also got some job. History fellow also got a university position. पक्का पार्टी दी होगी भाई ने. Yes, no. After early field works in Italy, he traveled little. So उन्होंने क्या कहा, यार ये मैं नहीं कर सकता. I can't travel like Humboldt. Can you see the difference? So he stops traveling, and his teachings are largely based on secondary sources. What do you mean by secondary sources now? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? He did some field work in Italy, but his field work was his primary source. What is secondary source? Secondary source is where other people had gone and collected the data. He is doing that. So can I say, this fellow was throughout, out and out, a field geographer. ये धरती से जुड़े हुए थे. And he started as a field geographer. Later on, he turned into an armchair geographer who is using secondary data. So secondary data is not wrong. Is secondary data wrong? No, it's not wrong. Absolutely not wrong. Secondary data is correct, and it's correct in its own form. But the fact is, secondary data, when we are talking about it, has its own limitations. True. Are you with me on this? There might be errors in that. Another thing where he is very different from Humboldt, Ritter. Can I say he's very academic? University में chair है तो he's more academic. True. He's more academic. So he wants to think and link and all those things. And Humboldt is collect. हाँ ठीक है ये how did it happen? Reverse engineering करो समझो, and this is what. So he is working on cause and effect. Humboldt is working on cause and effect, and this man is working on making like academic inquiries. Now when he is explaining things, see, Humboldt has a phenomena in front of him. Can I say Humboldt will go inductive? Everyone, Humboldt will go inductive. True or not? This fellow who's in the university will go both inductive and deductive. Some places deductive, some places inductive. I hope you can understand. Inductive is where he has observation, and deductive is his own idea. One such deductive explanation method which he has was that he focused on connection between phenomena in places to unity in diversity, which he believed represented the God's plan. Get that? Indian. Yes. Japanese. Nigerian. True. He says the geographer's job, the job of a geographer, is to find a connection between them. Find a connection between them. Why Nigerians? Why Nigerians are the way they are, and why they are different from Japanese? God must have done that. There is a divine plan. Why Nigeria is unstable, why Japan is stable, and India is in the mid. Japan is a developed economy, Nigeria is a poor economy, India is fairly good, yes or no? A very strongly developing economy. अब ये connection बताइए. What is the connection? Okay. Himalayas are the highest, and Aravallis are low in altitude. What is the connection? Why? Why did God make Aravallis lesser in height and Himalayas more in height? Now, if Humboldt was there, he would have gone and he would have seen next to Aravallis is a huge Piedmont plateau called Malwa. Malwa on this side and Bagar on this side. Yes or no? Rajasthan Bagar on this side. Whereas next to Himalayas, there is not much Piedmont plateau. So this is younger and this is more eroded. Do you get that? Approach of Humboldt would have been this. Humboldt would have measured the sediments. Humboldt would have compared that this mountain has a huge sediment Piedmont plateau next to it. So this must be this. True or not? This is what Humboldt is going to do. And that fellow is what God must have thought of it. Divine plan. So what is the role of a geographer? Role of a geographer? Find this plan. बताइए बाप लायक लक्षण है इसके? Is this the way a father of the discipline will talk? सोचो. We're giving him all the respect. We'll find the divine plan. On this, he's criticized. And if Newton and gang listens to this, once again, Pakoda or not? This fellow will send back to Pakoda or not? That is why we don't call them as, like leaders of regional geography. But pretty काम तो काफी पकौड़ा कर रहा है यार ये आदमी. इतनी मुश्किल से मिली है इज्जत. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे पूर्वी. उसको देखो, मेहनत कश मजदूर आदमी कितना अच्छा आदमी है. This fellow giving all his life to that. बाद में देखो बुक कितनी अच्छी लिख के गया. Full amazing fellow. This fellow is what? बैठे बैठे बकेती. I think he had a very strong influence of Eastern Uttar Pradesh. True. There's a lot of empirical work that is needed, but we have all the philosophy. We do first Zuma Kesari, and then we give philosophy. So he was also doing Zuma Kesari. This fellow should have been with Vimal. देखें चौथा कौन आ रहा है. 3 तो हो गए, तो चौथा आना चाहिए नेक्स्ट में. ये सच में ज्योग्राफी के चौथा करवा देता. So this is called teleology. Teleological. Teleological. Teleo means divine theory. जो समझ में नहीं आता ऊपर से आया. Is everyone okay? So divine theory भी अपने को clear हो गई. We are clear with the divine theory. Next, this involved defining regions, separate areas of Earth space, and distinct assemblage of phenomena. So जब वो ऐसे कहता था, he was talking about places, different places. So he was actually studying. He is considered more of a regional geographer. He is not a very systematic geographer. See, law तो ये बना नहीं सकता ना. Moment he doesn't have the law, what will he do? He will give it to teleology. Yes or no? He'll tell his students, go and find out why this happened, what was in the mind of God, भगवान ने ऐसा क्यों किया. Yes or no? Just world hypothesis. The material accumulated was produced in his 19-volume Erdkunde. You can imagine इसकी book भी ज़्यादा होगी because a lot of data, no, like UPSC aspirants, lot of unprocessed data. Problem, he is not able to do systematic. Systematic तो कर नहीं पाया ना. Remember, Verenius had said, you do regional geography and convert it into systematic. Can we see Humboldt was able to do that? Humboldt will first go for empirical and systematic. So this man in the end had 5 books to write. True. This fellow had a collection of information. उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा उसने generalize किया भी, and his books became 19. अरे यार जब तुम आपस में मिले थे, इधर जब मिला तुम हम्बोल्ट से मिले और इंप्रेस हुए, पूछ लेते गुरुजी क्या करना है. नहीं पूछा. सीनियर पार्टनर से पूछना नहीं तो फिर प्रॉब्लम तो होगी. Do we get that? But both of them have said to have laid the philosophy, or sorry, the foundation or the start of modern geography. ठीक है? Everyone tell me, after the work of Humboldt, can I say geography is still bays and capes? It's still bays and capes geography. अब नहीं कह सकते. Now there has to be a philosophy. And Chacha has philosophy. Chacha has full-on philosophy, divine philosophy. So now geographers will have philosophy or not? And what are they studying? They are studying, remember this book, Human Interaction with Nature. This is what Humboldt is studying. He also believes in unity and diversity. They are also, but that fellow believes in scientific logic. He believes it in proving in a scientific manner. This fellow is in a deductive manner. Is everyone with me on this? Are we clear? If any question, please tell me. If any question, please let me know. Is that clear? So now geography is going to have a philosophy. इधर कुछ नई चीजें आने लगी. What should we study? Fathers of modern geography. The area of inquiry becomes after these two. What should geography be? Physical geography, nature. Human geography, man. So can I say nature or natural surface of Earth? Or man-made or modified surface of Earth? True. Physical versus human. And man-nature. Third is man-nature versus man-nature, where man is greater than nature. Sorry, nature is greater than man. What is that? Determinism. And man is greater than nature. What is that? Possibilism. Do we get that? Now geography as a subject. Everyone, are we safe? Is the subject established or not? Are we safe now? Everyone, are we safe? Is the subject established or not? The subject has been established. Everyone with me on this? Very well established. अब तो subject तो कहीं नहीं जा रहा है. The subject is not going anywhere. The subject of geography is not going anywhere. It is here to stay. Perfect. Now geography has to decide its debates. One debate is physical versus human and man-nature. So this is our paradigm starts, and paradigm is what? Dualistic paradigm. We have seen geography to have now dualisms coming in. And the important dualism is environmental determinism and possibilism. Can I say determinism is, in this is hidden physical geography because nature is powerful, and in this is hidden human geography. Everyone okay? And why? Why we are talking about this? Man-nature fight. Man-nature is a fight, no? Man nature versus man. Why was this the mood of inquiry? Because of this gentleman called Charles Darwin. Now comes our hero. Phata poster nikla hero. The hero is Charles Darwin because he says nature selects. Origin of species. Nature selects. Only best man will survive. So now the fight has gone into physical versus human, nature and man interaction. Is geography now making more sense? Abhi tak jo geography was no geography, but now has the geography begun? True. I want to tell you, this is the story of geography. यहाँ से geography शुरू होती है. This is where the syllabus of mains geography begins. And teachers tell the students to mug up things. Such an interesting story. And they tell people to fake. कुछ भी लिख कर आ जाना. Imagine the examiner has read this, he has enjoyed this. सब करके आया वो बिल्कुल नहीं मानेगा. True. Everyone with me. So I hope you're getting my message. Let's have a 5-minute break. 5-minute break. You can digest this. Humboldt and Ritter are done. Modern geography will begin after this. What is it? 1322 to 1327. 5 minutes break. So everyone, are we back? Everyone back? Perfect. So what school or which part of the world of geography are we talking about? In the world, which country is being talked of till now? Everyone, which country is being talked of till now? Germany? Perfect. Where are we? German school of thought. Europe, Germany. Get it? Physical versus human. And I believe Humboldt is traveling everywhere. And generally, like it is easy to make laws. It is easy to make laws of environment. Yes or no? It is easy to make laws of environment and nature rather than other things. True or not? Is everyone with me on this? Easy to do that than other things. With me? Yes or no? So keeping that in mind, think about it, keeping that in mind, when we are talking about this, geographers of the German school till the time of Humboldt and Ritter are largely physical geographers. Can I say if I go back to my table? The foundation table. This whole table is just physical geography. Where is man being talked of? Yes or no? So man is mostly ignored. Man is mostly not in the picture. Man is mostly not in the picture. Do you get that? Is everyone getting the idea? Man is not in the picture. Man is mostly ignored. And when man is not in the picture, mostly what geography is there? Physical geography is developing. Mostly in the time of Humboldt and Ritter, the focus is on physical geography. Where are we? Okay. So I want to say that, Humboldt and Ritter, they were studying nature and man more focused. They talked about unity in diversity. They talked about nature being an organic whole, means nature plus man. Correct? They felt that Earth's study must be integrated or integrative study of both. Yes or no? So they did not believe in the dualism of physical and human geography. They did not believe in that. But one thing was clear that they were aware that more focus was given to nature. Because nature ke laws are easy. When we're talking of divine plan, that also is easy. So consciously they were not doing the possibilism or determinism debate. But somewhere their focus was here. Is everyone okay? I would say Humboldt was deterministic. Get that? Ritter was also deterministic. But in his determinism, he was teleological. Can I say teleological? In a way, he was more like teleological determinism. When we are talking about Humboldt's idea, he was more interested in the organic unity of nature. But there was a functional control of nature. On human activities. Everything, the beauty of nature was driven by this. Yes, so the beauty of nature was driven by this. Is everyone okay with this? So sometimes some books write his determinism as aesthetic determinism. Aesthetic. How the earth is controlling, beautifully maintaining the harmony. Do we get that? But both are in a way deterministic only, that the nature is deciding the fate of man. So I want to tell you that if we are talking about possibilism, someone has to come and talk about it. True or not? कोई आएगा तभी तो the idea of possibilism will take birth. For idea of possibilism to take birth, someone has to come. So who is this someone? Who is this someone? That is the big question. Who is this someone? That is the big question. So कौन है जल्दी बताओ? Darwin, isn't Darwin also deterministic? Darwin is deterministic. In fact, Darwin के determinism को मैं पता क्या बोलूंगा? Biological determinism. Can I call it biological determinism? If Dark Ages, can I say theological determinism? Theological, Dark Ages, religious determinism. Can I say that? Do you understand what is the meaning of determinism? Someone else determines your fate. Determinism means some outside force determines your fate. Remember, my GS environment I was teaching allogenic and autogenic. Allogenic and autogenic. So that's what I'm talking about. Is everyone with me on this? Something from outside is deterministic. So determinism is that. So when students say or the teacher says only my notes, write them, then you will pass the exam, deterministic. Students who use the teacher's notes, the books, and their own understanding to create answer, possibilistic. They clear the exam. True or not? So possibilism kab aayega? Who's talking about possibilism? Nobody. So the world is this only. Here rises another school. Geography reaches France. And here we have people. Do you get that? Here we have people. So two more names are going to come to you. Two more names are going to come to you. What are these names? नाम सुना आपने कोई? German school से? German school, any name you've heard of? Vidal de la Blache. Okay, perfect. So मैं एक और नाम देना चाहता हूँ. Lucien Febvre. So Vidal de la Blache is like Humboldt. इनको हम कहेंगे फादर ऑफ ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी. एक और फादर आ गया. फादर की तो कमी नहीं है अपने पास. Do we get that? We have one more father coming, entering the picture. So let's come to France. So generally it has been seen, whatever rest of the Europe is doing, France does opposite. वो कुछ और ही सोच रहा होता है. Heard of that? सुना है कि नहीं सुना है? France is going a very opposite way. Lucien Febvre said, determinism का आपको statement बताता हूँ. Determinism means nature determines man's fate. So who determines? Nature determines man's fate. An outside force decides what will happen to you. Do you get that? So man is passive. Man is passive. Lucien Febvre takes a counter view and he says there are no necessities. What do you mean by necessity? If you have to clear this examination, you have to do this, read my notes, it is necessary. It is attend my class, it is necessary. Write only the way I say, it is necessary. That is what determinism. But this fellow says there are no necessities. There are no necessities. Only possibilities. There are no necessities, only possibilities. Therefore, possibilism. Man can do anything using his abilities, technology, capital, etc. Man जो चाहे वो कर सकता है. Nothing is impossible for man. True. So man is an active agent. Man is an active agent. Nature is passive. Do we get that? Here he says, nature determines, nature gives you soil, fertile soil. True or not? And then what does man do? Man is allowed to do agriculture. When nature does not give fertile soil, then man can't do agriculture. Lucien Febvre says nonsense. Someday go to Israel, see what they have done. Yes or no? True. Nature tells you that you cannot live in very cold area. Go and see what man has done. Man is living, man is adapting. Yes or no? So who's correct? Lucien Febvre or the deterministic school जो अभी तक चलते आए? Lucien is correct. Lucien is correct. So you're saying Lucien is correct. Now there is a volcano and let us live next to a volcano. Because if a volcano comes, then we will vanish from there. If Lucien is correct, तब तो आप volcano पे रहना शुरू करो. That's also wrong. If this extreme is wrong, we call this as crude determinism. What is this? Crude. Crude मतलब एकदम unpolished. This is crude determinism. It is not true. Man can make a lot of changes. And what is this? This is crude possibilism. Hardcore possibilism is also not possible. True or not? Everything is possible for human beings. Stop burning coal. Stop burning coal. आज करके दिखा दो. If everything is possible, please do it today. I'll also get to know. मुझे तो नहीं दिख रहा है. If you can do it, please do it today. I cannot see it. Is everyone with me on this? Clear? So what is Vidal de Lavlas saying? Vidal de Lavlas, at least the idea is there, no? What is the idea? Determinism versus possibilism. Yes or no? Vidal de Lavlas is okay with that. Vidal de Lavlas says कि ये जो है Lucian Febvre, जो उसमें होश खो बैठा था, he did too much. Yes or no? True. Everyone with me on this? तो क्या करें? He says, man modifies his milieu. What is milieu? जल्दी से बताओ milieu क्या होता है? Surrounding. Man modifies his milieu. True. So everyone, government of India sees that Madhya Pradesh has a huge or the largest area under forest. Hear that? Madhya Pradesh government wants to do a lot of development over there. Listen to me, everyone, pay attention. Madhya Pradesh government wants to do a lot of development over there. Clear? Please pay attention. There is an area where the forest is not very productive. So the government decided to declare a patch of unproductive, not very good forest for non-forest use. Is everyone okay? There are some trees, there are some grasses, bushes and all that, but the forest is very dilapidated. The quality of the forest is very poor. And the government says, okay, change the land use, this is non-forest. What will the government of Madhya Pradesh do? Quickly. No longer it is forest use. What will and what can, what should the government of Madhya Pradesh do? क्या करें इसका land का? Quickly. Give me some guesses. There is no right answer. Urbanize it. Okay, you can go for urbanization. Anything else? Sir, industry लगा सकता है. Industry can be there. Non-agricultural work. So, non-agricultural work. Can't it be agricultural work also? Depends, no? Government क्या करना चाहती है? Can they open government offices? कुछ भी कर सकते कि नहीं? Everyone okay? Whatever the government does, Himanshu saying temple, tourist place, perfect Himanshu, absolutely okay. Building colonies for poor people, but poor people के पास पैसा नहीं होता, सरकार poor people के लिए कुछ नहीं करती है, तुम्हें अपना पैसा खुद लाना पड़ेगा. Poor people के लिए कर रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है poor people के लिए, ठीक है? Can try to restore, नहीं, British restore नहीं हो रहा था, forest has been, land use has been changed. Okay everyone. Second, before I come to that, has the government changed the milieu? Has the government changed the milieu? True. Can we see that it is possible? If we can see it is possible, is this a proof that determinism is not correct in its crude form? Determinism is not correct in its crude form. Do we get that, everyone? So determinism to out again. I have another question. This land was freed. This land was freed by central government, which is BJP. In Madhya Pradesh, they told the Shivraj Singh government in Madhya Pradesh that look, this land is free, not for you, but for Japanese to come and work over here. Get that? Japanese. Central government has facilitated a tie-up and investment by Japan government in Madhya Pradesh. Good idea. Central government ने FDI attract किया. Now tell me, the modification which Madhya Pradesh government would have done and the modification which Japanese will do, will it be the same? No, it will not be the same. It will not be the same. So what will be the difference? What is the difference quickly? So they are technologically superior, sir. They have different ideology. Their meaning of development is very different, sir. They have different capital. Yes or no? So man modifies his milieu based on his lifestyle. Indian lifestyle is different from Japanese lifestyle. Lifestyle includes Himanshu way of thought, technology, way of living. Yes or no? इसको उन्होंने कहा generate dy. Lifestyle का French is generate dy. So he says crude possibilism is not correct. I understand. Crude possibilism is not correct. I understand. He is of the opinion crude possibilism is not correct. I understand that is true. But man can modify the milieu depending on gender divide. So Indians will change it differently. Bangladeshis will change it differently. Japanese will change it differently. So the gender divide is different for different countries. Is everyone with me on this? यहाँ तक clear? ठीक है? अच्छा. So you said Madhya Pradesh government did this. Everyone. If a similar work was done in Telangana, if a similar exercise was done in Telangana, will Telangana government also think like this only? Non-agriculture, industrial, urbanize, and government do it? Yes. Will Andhra government also think like this? Yes or no? So when I give a patch of land, when I give a patch of forest land to states like Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand government, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, they all will think more or less on Indian line or not? Yes. And if I give it to different Japanese companies, will they think more or less into Japanese lines? If I give to American companies, will they think more or less into American? So whether I give it to American company X or whether I give it to American company Y, they will do more or less the same thing. Yes or no? True. Similarly, whether I give it to Japanese company X or Y, they will also do similarly. Whether I give it to Indian state governments, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, or Telangana, they will also do it. So they all will convert milieu. They all will convert milieu depending on their lifestyles into pays. Pays are what? Homogeneous regions. Originally, what was it? A forest land. But what have I reduced it into? Homogeneous regions. This is how I'm going to do it. Is everyone with me? Are we clear? If any questions, please ask. Do we see the difference between them? February and blush. Man controls nature. Man, depending upon his gender of a person from Nigeria, from Canada, from Philippines. Gender divide, urban, rural. Gender divide, developed countries, developing countries. They all will change. Will they have different abilities? Will they have different lifestyle? And they'll convert into pays. Pays are what? Homogeneous regions. What is homogeneous region? Let me explain that also. What do I mean by homogeneous regions? Everyone. Have you ever traveled outside your city to some other cities? Yes or no? Are the malls more or less the same? Are the malls more or less the same? They're more or less the same because we have done it. That is our understanding of this. Have we converted that area into a mall which looks similar? Now, if you've traveled abroad, compare India's mall with the malls of Dubai. Things will change because they are at a different gender divide. They will make that. If you compare malls of Dubai, they will be similar. But compared to me, they're different. So they are also making similar ones. Pace, homogenizing everything, but in their way, and I'm doing it in my way. True or not? Okay. Are we human beings? Chopping off the forest, deforestation happening or not? Everyone, is deforestation happening or not? Yes, sir, deforestation is happening. Everyone with me on this? 100% say deforestation is happening. Perfect. Now I want to ask you all, if deforestation is happening, are all human beings doing similar kind of deforestation in developing world? More or less. India में deforestation सब जगह same ही चल रही है. सब जगह same. Homogenizing. Deforest, we go and cut up forest. Talk of Indians. Talk of Europeans, they have their own way of deforestation. Yes. European deforestation is what? Sustainable forestry. Yes, they chop off the forest and they grow. This is what Europeans are doing. What are Asians doing? Myanmar, what are they doing? Chopping off, not regrowing. What is India doing? Chopping off, not regrowing. Aren't we doing the same thing? Yes. Europeans are also chopping off their forest, but in a way, they regrow also. Do you get that? Their lifestyle, their gender divide with the forest is chop it off and regrow. True, net zero. And in our case, what are we doing? Chop it off and only chop. True. Achha, I have one more example of a generative AI which you have not thought of, but across the world they are doing the same thing. The shifting cultivators. Across the world, are they chopping in a particular way? Are they creating their own pace or not? Those patches of forest which they clear. So can I say that everyone has a unique way of doing it? With me on this? True. Chalega. So that is what I wanted everyone to see and realize. Do we understand generative AI? Do we understand pace? Do we understand crude determinism, crude possibilism? Can we say from a non-paradigmatic one, we have come to a dualistic mode of paradigm, where on one end is determinism, on other end is possibilism, and reality lies somewhere in between, which Vidal-de-Lavlache is talking about a moderate possibilism. But we have brought two streams here, and another school has entered the story. What is the school? French school. Achha. What are they finally converting things into? As per Vidal-de-Lavlache, humans are converting things into what? Phase. What are phase? What are phase? Homogeneous region. How are humans converting it? Through their generative AI. Can I say this is socio-cultural also? Can I say Vidal-de-Lavlache is talking about human geography? Depends on the culture also. Vidal-de-Lavlache is talking about human geography. Everyone with me on this? True. So February is also talking about human geography. February is also giving all the power. Achha, tell me, are these people special geographers or systematic geographers? Let me test you with the last question of the day. Are they talking about special geography or systematic geography? Remember, systematic is making laws, generalizations. Are they talking about, are these people special geographers? French school is about systematic geography or special geography? So most people have written special geography. Answer is special geography because they are studying what? Phase. What are phase? Regions. They are not studying the laws of that. They are studying the uniqueness. They are saying that generative AI is unique. Unique generative AI gives birth to unique phase. Special geography studies the uniqueness. Special geography, what does it do? It studies the uniqueness. And general geography, what does it do? It studies the generalization. It makes the laws on that. So इन्होंने law नहीं बनाया. So अभी तक एक और चीज चल रही है. Regional versus systematic geography. That dichotomy remains in my mind. Physical versus human remains in my mind. Yes or no? And determinism versus possibilism. So everywhere two interpretations. Zainab says, sir, I have joined your course recently, watched your first video, attended the orientation. There you talked about the foundation course on NCERT and GC Leong. Sir, can't find that. Kya naam hai us course ka? Beginners Foundation. Zainab, the course is called Beginners Foundation. If you can check it on my profile. The course is called the Beginners Foundation. Get that? Somebody can you share the link on that? Beginners Foundation for Geography. So you'll find that. Everyone okay? So where has the journey come? From non-paradigmatic to a dualistic existence. And now we have geography as a discipline also, taught in universities also. Which universities? Which universities? Germany, France. Where are we? European geography. In the next class, I move from Europe and take you to America. American geography gives us our first topic of the syllabus, areal differentiation. Is everyone getting the story? I said without this foundation, when people start looking at perspective, obviously they will mug up only. डर के मारे सब कुछ रटना पड़ता है. True or not? But are you getting perspective? And it is easier. Is it boring? It is easy. Now, whenever you're writing something, say for example, I'm talking about plate tectonic theory. Can I say plate tectonic theory, systematic geography? I make a theory, plate tectonic theory, systematic geography. True. But when I just talk about a region, say for example, I'm teaching you geography of Africa. What is that? A regional geography, special geography. True. When I'm explaining you the mechanism of a cyclone, systematic geography. But when I'm talking about east coast of India prone to cyclone more than west coast, regional geography. लेकर आओ, क्या tension? True. When I'm saying the nature, climate change is going to kill us, determinism. When I'm saying geoengineering, we're going to stop it, possibilism. So in your answers, bring that. It gives that thing. True. Saurabh, I think you shared the link of that course, Beginners Foundation. So Zainab, you can have a look at that. Others, I hope you got the idea and you got the theory also. His perspective going fine. So thanks a lot. अभी तो कोई होमवर्क नहीं है, यही पढ़ना है. इसी को पढ़ लेना. स्लाइड से इसमें स्लाइड बनी हुई है. रीड द स्लाइड, आगे की जो भी स्लाइड्स हैं. Determinism, Darwin will come. And remember, Daviesian cycle. That is Darwin, no? Stage model. There is something called as historical determinism. Historical means time determinism. Stages is time determinism. True. Tomorrow we'll talk about Ratzel also. What was Ratzel? Who was Ratzel? Possibilism. You can see from here. Please read this possibilism and other things. Stop and go determ. And then finally paradigm will come and many more things. Aerial differentiation. Please read this. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Evening 8 o'clock we have the environment T20 MCQ test. See you there.